I forgot to call you on your birthday. You swear you're the last thing on my mind, yeah. There is nothing I can do to fix it. All you ever asked me for.
What's up, JJ fam? Welcome to Saturday Night Wind Down Vibes.
The spot to chill,
Connect and vibe out with us. Welcome to episode
we are
3.
back.
And we're better.
This is great. We literally could not wait until we recorded this because we wanted to really dig down into our next section of the home buying process.
Yes. I think we left off last week Saturday where we were talking about going into the design center, setting up our design center appointment.
Design center.
So that's what we're going to talk to you guys about today.
Yes.
We're going to talk about the design center, and
I'm actually going to let Justin lead off with the design section because I saw last video and it was wonderful, but I want him to talk a little more this time.
So we're gonna be talking about the design center. We're gonna go over our reactions of when we broke ground officially, the waiting process from after we picked our selections at the design center to when we officially got permits.
Yes.
And we'll talk a little bit about maybe underwriting, conditional offer, and fast forward to our projected closing.
Oh my gosh.
Which we actually got notified.
We actually just got notified today.
Estimated. Supposedly still estimated.
Yes, but we're going to leave that until the end.
Yes. All right, so we're going to dive right into the design center. After we finalized all our paperwork with our angel on June 1st. She did mention to us that we would be receiving a call from the design center to schedule our design center appointment.
Yes.
And this all happened the weekend of Jermaine's birthday.
Oh my God.
You remember that?
I remember that.
I got the call from this wonderful lady at the design center, and she was like, "Oh, we're getting ready to schedule your design center appointment, and have you, she emailed us a list of the options that they had, but not all of the options were on that brochure.
No, it was not.
It was kind of just an overview of kind of what to expect.
Mm-hmm.
They had different types of tiles, different types of cabinets, different types of everything. Because we fell in love with the model home originally, we had spoke with our sales advisor.
Yes.
And she was nice enough to give us an estimate of the stuff that the model home had, like the design options that the model home had.
Tremendously.
When we tell you we studied that paper, and she gave us the the heads up, don't go quote unquote on these prices.
Don't go crazy now, because
that too. But I'm saying she quote unquote said don't go based on these prices because these prices could change.
Right.
But I was having faith. We was having faith. We was praying that the prices weren't going to be drastic.
Yeah, so they wouldn't be too far off.
Yeah, nothing too far off because we had a good budget in mind.
Yeah. And
we had a lot of options to select.
You will need at least a good budget unless when you're getting your home, they have some type of incentive program. But just for the regular people who may not be as lucky to get an incentive program, you should have a budget. You should save. I know that's very cliche. Oh, you need to save, But honestly, when you go to the design center, you're going to want to buy everything. People had warned us before we went to the design center, even when we were just thinking.
Yeah.
And they were like, don't go crazy. You're going to see everything and you're going to want it.
It's like a kid being in a candy store.
Yeah.
But lucky for us, we were able to get a kind of an estimate of what the model home had.
Right.
So we looked at everything that the model home had because a lot of the selections we chose came from the model home.
Exactly.
Different styles and colors of stuff, but most of our original options were from the model home.
Exactly. I mean, that's literally why they have a model home.
Exactly.
For you to look at all the bells and whistles so that you can go and do the same thing for your home.
Yeah. So luckily we did that. So we wrote down a list of all of the things that we needed and all of the things that we wanted.
Yes.
And that is very important.
Oh,
because not everything is a need.
No,
a lot of it is a want. So I'm glad we did that, and we went through the brochure. And even then, like I said, when I spoke with the design center scheduler, she was saying, the brochure is just the high level of the stuff, what to expect.
Yeah.
There's still so much more to go over when you guys arrive to the appointment.
Yes.
So, like I said, luckily we did that list. So we were prepared. We did our research. We kind of did a rough estimate on pricing
Yeah.
from that model home paper that we received,
Mm-hmm.
which helped us a lot.
It did. It helped us a whole heap.
It
But
really
we're gonna
did.
jump into that, how it helped us, a little bit more further into the tour. So let's get into getting to the design center, right? So
Well, wait.
wait,
I'm still on scheduling.
still on scheduling.
Yeah. So I schedule with the lady. She's telling me all these different dates, and we're in June. So the weekend that we actually scheduled for happened to be Jermaine's birthday
Right.
weekend.
And we was ready to go to Epic Universe.
Yeah, we had a whole weekend filled planned of all the stuff we were gonna do.
Mm-hmm.
And when she said, "Oh well, the earliest slash latest we have is June 20th," and I said, "That's perfect. It falls on a Friday. That's the con, you guys.
Yeah.
These design center appointments and a lot of these housing meetings
During the day.
fall during the week
Which
and
is so
during the day.
annoying because people have to work. Like, I understand like your home is very important, but I feel like they should have some type of worker that is on a Saturday, something that's more flexible, at least until maybe 6 p.m. You know what I mean? Like, you have to, like, people work for a living. We can't just be taking off. We don't have unlimited PTO. And it kind of feels bad because in the housing process, you have to be there.
Yeah, you
You
have to
have
be
to go to
there.
these things. So going to it's good to prepare your boss and let them know that you're building a house and that you have to go to these certain meetings. But it does still feel awkward having to ask for permission to, leave. Oh, can I leave early this day? Oh, can I leave early this day?
Yeah.
It kind of feels a little bad.
It's just a lot. It
Yeah.
really is a lot. Especially when you're relying heavily also on your job to pay for the house.
Okay.
Because they are looking at those statements and they're looking at that paycheck.
Okay.
Like
Let's
a
talk
hawk.
about underwriter. Jesus. Actually, I didn't even gonna get into that because that's for something else.
But luckily we were able to get that Friday off.
Yeah.
And I think
Thankfully.
it kind of went well too because we already had that weekend off
Mhm.
and we had the Monday off too.
Yeah.
So we had a nice little 4-day weekend.
It was actually very wonderful.
But yeah, so we scheduled for the 20th and we were super excited.
Yeah.
So now we're the day of design center.
Yeah.
The Friday.
Rainy Friday. You remember that?
Oh yeah, the morning. The morning was so rainy.
It rained so bad, and I'm like, is this literally how we're gonna start my birthday weekend? Like, we're all excited, and I see the clouds, and it starts pouring rain. I'm like, thank God this is inside.
Yeah.
Hopefully, we can stay here long enough for the rain to finish.
It was definitely crazy.
Yeah.
But we drive. For us, it was like a little over an hour drive.
Yeah.
To Central Florida, Orlando area.
Mm-hmm.
And we drive all the way out there, and
it wasn't this little thing. Like, we were expecting design center. We were thinking like warehouse, like big warehouse. You're looking around all these different big things, like different parts, like different sections of the kitchens, different living rooms, different everything to kind of.
I was
show
expecting
you,
an
like,
IKEA showroom.
Okay, that's literally what we were expecting.
I was expecting a room
these people
to go.
were talking about it. Like, where's all the stuff? We get up there, go up the elevator, and I'm like, the design center is here. Like, okay, they must have some big section. We get off on the elevator, and it's literally like, what would you call
office
that?
Space.
An office space, like,
but
cleared out though.
Yeah.
Like, for example, if you've ever worked in a call center, it's like that level of floor, but no desk, just designed as
options.
Yeah, designed.
It was
options.
very beautiful though. They made it very nice, and they still gave like a little layout of a kitchen.
Yeah,
it still was layout of a kitchen. They had a built-in bathroom.
Yes,
and
they had
that's pretty much it.
Up. They had cabinets up, like
they had some cabinets,
things like that.
Yeah, but it was very nice, and everything was kind of in its order. Like, you had all of the kitchen stuff on one side, you had all the tile and flooring on one side, all of the bathroom options on one side. So everything was pretty organized, good,
and everything is by literally like levels. So it's like level 1, level 2, level 3, and then like so on. Like, there's so many options and so many different prices.
Right. I think that's what was nice too about it was, so like, let's say you get this tile and you have this tile and you have this tile. Like, each tile is not its own price. Like he mentioned, it goes by levels. So in level 1, you have an option of these tiles
Yeah.
that to choose from
Which could be
at
like
this
6.
price.
Yeah.
And then level 2 is a higher level, so you have the nicer tiles, different types of designs, different types of colors, different types of finishes, and you get another variety of designs.
Tiles, yeah, and designs.
So that's how it was for literally everything.
Mhm.
Everything had a level and everything had options.
Right.
So if you thought you had 1, 2, 3 options, no, you had like 50 of them.
Yes, and a lot of them are sometimes similar, so it's kind of hard to choose.
Yes.
You're looking at it, you're like, oh my god, like that was nice and that was nice. Which one do I want? So I don't know. It's just great. Make sure that you have time to
Yes.
actually be there.
Yes.
Um,
But when we got in, we met our wonderful design person.
Yeah. And she was great.
She was wonderful.
Super sweet.
Super sweet.
Yeah. And we kind of came in and saying, well, when we got in there, she was like, oh, well, do you guys know what you want? And we are like, don't worry, we've written it down. We know exactly what we want for the tea because we didn't want to go in there overspending.
Yeah.
We
and
didn't
not
want to go
knowing.
crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the little brochure that we had kind of helped. But so when we went in, she was like, okay, well, let me hear what you got. And we told her we want this, we want this, we want this. And she was
No,
like,
no,
oh
listen,
my gosh.
listen. No, she was like, oh, so do you guys know kind of what you want, whatever. And I was like, well, we brought a list. And I literally opened up my bag and I pulled out this list. And she's like, oh, y'all did your research.
She was
y'all
like,
did
you
your
guys are the
homework.
most prepared like that she's ever been. She's like, oh my gosh.
But I felt like, I mean, that was kind of a compliment because it just felt good knowing we know what we wanted.
Exactly, we did.
And you know, we didn't come here to play either. I did not want to be here all day either. Even though the appointment took 3
we had
almost
a hotel
4
to
hours.
get to.
We had a whole weekend to start. So it was just, you know. But yeah, I pulled out the list. And I'm like, well, she's kind of like, oh, well, what do you guys want to do? And I'm like, let's go ahead and just tell you everything that we want.
Yes.
Our wants and our needs. So you can like write down and kind of have, and then we'll go over budgeting and then,
see if we can add any little extras.
Right. And then at the end, we'll see where we're at. And then if we need to remove, we'll do that. Or if we need to add more, we do that.
Yeah.
And I think that was honestly the best and most organized way to do something. Like if we were to give you guys advice on the design center.
Plan, but you won't be always fully prepared. For an example, we thought that we were extremely prepared and we were like, oh, we want this, we want that. And then when we got there, something that we didn't even think of was something as little as changing the carpet color. Like it wasn't even a thought.
Not even that. The padding of the carpet.
The padding of the
carpet. I didn't even know that was a thing. I didn't know
there was a pad underneath the carpet. Like little things like that. Or even just like how we went and we saw in a model home the tiles from inside the bathrooms from the floor to the ceiling. Things like that. I didn't know you could do that. And that was something that we did.
Yeah. So we gave her all of our lists. And then she's like, okay, well, let's go ahead and start looking at options.
Right.
So we first went to flooring. In flooring, she says, I'm going to give you what the standard options are for the house that come with the house.
Yeah.
And then we'll start looking at, you pick stuff out, the tiles that you like at different levels, and I'll start giving you guys pricing. So we were like, we knew we didn't want the standard tile.
Yeah. We
knew and this was our biggest fear.
What?
The flooring. Because, okay, so our floor plan is so weird where there's like, when you enter, there's this little square of tile and then everything else is carpet. And then the kitchen, literally the kitchen, not even like the island where the bars are.
Kitchen.
Just the kitchen part is tile. And then everything else back there is carpet.
Disgusting. And this is no shade to nobody who has that, but you already know from the previous video, we kind of already know what we want. We've seen and we know. And that was when I tell you, I didn't care if we didn't get anything else in the house. We needed to make sure that we had tile throughout the whole of the like entertainment spaces. The only places that we wanted carpet was inside the bedrooms.
Literally.
Everything
else got tile.
Yes, because like when he wants to get down and dirty and start pulling out that bleach and that Fabuloso and start cleaning all around like
that Fabuloso.
when he start getting into his own, like we need to be doing that. Like I don't want to be sitting there with carpet zooming. You spill something, you can't even clean it up.
Yeah.
Like no, that was a must, and it makes the house feel so much airy and like very complete.
But that was one of our biggest fears because, like we mentioned before, when we looked at the paper for the model home, when it's listed differently, I guess. but it was under like this custom flooring option. And
And
when
it
we
was
looked at that,
thousands.
it was like over $20,000 on just that.
Be so for real.
So we were like, we're gonna spend almost $20,000 on floors. Like that's what we literally put our mind to.
Yeah, we were just like, if that's the only thing we're gonna get, I guess we're spending $20,000 on floors and we're getting nothing else.
Yeah, because we were like, that's crazy that floors would be that much. It wasn't, you guys.
No, it was which was a big relief. It was a package of like the backsplash, the flooring,
The shower floors, the shower wall, like it's everything. That custom flooring option literally involved anything that was tile and carpet,
which was great.
So, okay, going back to us selecting tile,
yeah,
we were displayed tiles. We selected the tile that we wanted. We went over with the carpet. We weren't originally going to upgrade our carpet, but then
we weren't.
When we saw the difference in color of the standard carpet versus the tile that we picked, we were like,
it didn't match.
It did not match.
And she was like, so what are you guys gonna do? You guys gonna upgrade the carpet? I was like, upgrade the carpet.
And we didn't even think about that. We did not even think about that.
No, not at all. So it was like, we cannot have this carpet and have this tile. Like it literally is like matching purple and yellow. It just doesn't go, you know? So we had no choice but to upgrade the carpet.
Yeah. So we did that. That wasn't part of our budget, so we kind of had to sneak that in there. After that, we went over to cabinets.
No, wait, one more thing. Another thing that was not in our budget, the grout that goes in between the tiles in the bathrooms and on the floor. We changed that too because it was a lighter color and we ended up getting a little shade darker to match the tile.
But I don't think that was the grout is included though.
Yeah, but it's something that we didn't think that we had to do.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
The clout was the clout.
The clout.
The grout was included though. Like that's that you need grout for any tile.
Yeah.
We just happened to get to choose the color that we wanted.
Exactly.
Which was cool. But yeah, so we went over to the cabinet section. We had originally thought of getting these nice painted cabinets that we wanted.
Yes.
That didn't end up happening for us because the painted cabinets were on a level 3, I believe, or level 4, and the cabinets that we had originally budgeted for were at a level 2.
Right. No, it was at a level 4.
So yeah,
because it was like out of reach.
Yeah, and the thing is that you can't just change, the kitchen cabinets and not change the bathroom cabinets.
Yeah, you want it to flow.
You want everything to be uniformed. But we found a really nice color cabinet in the level 2.
Mm-hmm.
And we chose that, so we stayed within budget.
Right.
After that, we selected our countertops.
We were able to get. What were we gonna say?
Our quartz.
We were able to get our quartz, but I'm talking about specifically with our quartz. What we're gonna say?
We got our island waterfall.
Yes, we got a waterfall.
That was a want.
That was definitely
a want. That was a need.
Yes, it was. Yes. I wanted it, but I was like, I don't know how expensive that's gonna be.
And our sales advisor, was like, oh, expect it to be like maybe $3,000 or $4,000. So we budgeted for that. We put it in our list, and we were like, this is a want. We'll put it in there because we want it. We really did.
We wanted a lot of things.
But I'm gonna speed this process up a little bit because I don't want to make it too long.
Yeah.
But let's just say we got to select everything that we needed and wanted, and even with our design lady,
to even the doorknobs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She was even going over stuff with us, like Jermaine mentioned earlier, that we didn't even think of that we needed to select, and we just did. And even the whole thing with electrical, like there's a whole separate electrical person that talks to you about pre-wiring for like sound systems and camera pre-wires and lights under cabinets and all these kinds of things that we didn't even know about.
That was the only regret that I have, is I wish we spent more time in that to get more information.
I wish we knew beforehand,
because that person was separate from the lady who we had. So they were called in and they came for our appointment in a separate booth. We talked to him for like a quick second, and then he was kind of on a time crunch. You could feel it. He was on a time crunch. So we just told him what we knew we wanted, and he just kind of went through his list. We didn't really know exactly at length of what each individual thing was, but we was like, hey, as long as we get what we want on our list, it really doesn't matter what else.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we were okay with it because we got what we wanted.
Yeah. I mean, one thing that Jermaine really wanted, I
I
would
could
have
cry about
wanted
it right
too,
now.
is we were going to get a sound system installed
Yes.
into like the walls or the roof of the house,
Yes.
because that's what the model has, and like there's a little knob on the wall that turns up the volume and all that stuff.
I wanted that so bad, and I feel like we didn't even give it a time of day.
Yeah.
Like it just wasn't on our minds, honestly. We might have just been too excited about the process, or like,
And like I said, we didn't know about it
yeah,
beforehand. We
and
knew
it
about
definitely wasn't
design
on our
center.
budget.
It wasn't. We did not budget
So
for it.
we literally went in strict because at this time we still didn't know what we picked everything, and we didn't know how much it cost yet.
Yeah. Even when he
So
was, giving us recommendations about, well, if you guys are planning to get an alarm system and cameras and stuff, I suggest getting camera pre-wiring. These are different options, this, that, and the third. So we were adding to the cart,
yeah.
not knowing the price.
So when he started talking about in speaker walls, surround sound, cameras, this, get that, and he was saying thousands. He wasn't saying hundreds.
Yeah.
I was like, thousands.
Yeah. So we were like, we really do want cameras. I think that's really important. Let's go ahead and get pre-wired for that.
Yeah, we got the pre-wire for the cameras,
And
we also got
some
the little loop thing that's in the wall where you put your cords.
the TV.
Yeah, for the TVs.
And
because we didn't just want wires hanging.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And we got stuff for the internet, like the Cat 6 stuff.
Yeah.
And then we just added in there some under cabinet lighting for the kitchen.
Exactly.
That wasn't even part of our plan.
That was definitely wasn't.
But we
part
were
of our
like,
plan.
"Oh, that sounds nice. How much is it?" And he's like, "Well, we'll do it for this." And we're like, "We'll add it in there. We'll see if we can take it."
Yeah.
So that was something completely different for you guys to be aware of.
Definitely going in with an open mind, like we mentioned and shouted out our great friends, Darling and Kim Maris. Like they really prepped us before we went because they also went through this similar process. Really going with an open mind and be open to everything. Like get all the things that you think you may want, and then at the end, once you hear the budget and what you've accumulated, then you can start ticking things off.
Yeah.
We should have just said gimme, 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 gimme. And then when we sat down and the master was like, no, you're at this point, you're at $60,000 and you really need to be at 45, that's when you can cut.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Which is what we did.
Yeah.
We selected everything that we wanted. We didn't ask how much
blank. We did select everything we want, but we got everything that we wanted. We didn't cut off anything.
After we finished talking with the electrical salesperson, we went back over to our design lady and we finished up our design options through there.
Right.
And like I said, we just went through this big binder that she had and going over everything. We selected all of our options. And then we came to like the very end where we were like selecting like our backsplash and stuff.
Yes.
And like we were putting everything. That's another thing. They put everything into this big lighted booth. And
so you can see if everything flows.
Yeah, you start looking at everything to make sure all the colors are merging, all of your options look good.
Yeah.
So we were at the very last thing to choose from,
and we even got to pick our color for the house.
Oh,
because
yeah.
we were the first. We're the first like build to own,
build to order.
Build to order. My fault. Build to order. So we actually were kind of nervous about that because in our community, like there's a lot of colors that we didn't want. And not really colors like that, like as in like the doors. There's some of them that have like salmon doors, like pink doors, and we didn't want a pink door. We were like, if the person next to you has this and the person next to you have that, you can only get a certain amount of color, like HOA kind of stuff. But because we were first, we had the whole book to choose from.
Yeah.
So that was very nice.
Yeah, that was really cool. But yeah, we finished picking everything and we sat down and made our last selections and we were like, okay, well, what's the damage?
Tell us, please.
And
what do we owe?
And she was like, oh, this is the amount. And me and Truman were like, listen, that's
First of all, wait. Not even. He went to go use
I went to go use the bathroom.
And she's going over all the numbers. And I'm just like, where's Justin? Where's Justin? Where's Justin? Where's Justin? Because.
Which, by the way, I don't know why he would ask without me there.
Either way, it's not even that. She just kind of was trying to get on the roll because we had been there for a long time. And she was like, let me just go over and start calculating everything so that when he comes back, we can just talk about what it is in total. But she found out a total before he came back, and when she told me the total, we were under budget like by a good like maybe 8 grand. Like, and it was so eye opening. I was like, honestly, at that time, I wanted to go back and just add a whole bunch of more stuff, but we had already been there for so long. We had a hotel to get to, and I knew Justin was gonna be happy. And then that's less money
Right.
that we have to dish out, you know.
Yeah.
So
And even then, we were so in shock. So there were some things that we thought about. Like one of the things we were talking about was hardware for the cabinets. We were like, oh, we could probably later
that was
install
so
that.
last minute.
And because we were so under budget, we were like, well, how much was the hardware for the cabinets? And we are like, let's add
Yes.
it in there. Might as well.
And the blinds, he wanted to do the blinds after because a lot of people, and I'm sure you guys can agree, a lot of people will say you can go to like you can go to like Home Depot or Lowe's or something like that and put in blinds. It will be cheaper to do it like that. But I was like, why not let's just come into a house with it already finished? Like we're under budget. Let's just see how much it costs.
Yeah. So he convinced me to get blinds, even though I did not want to get blinds because I wanted to get a different type of blind. But we ended up getting the regular wooden.
Not no regular wooden blinds. Stop making it sound like
No,
that.
it's like the standard blind from nowadays that most all new homes come with or that you would get.
It's still an upgrade from the little paper, not the little flimsy one. The ones that I used to have in my house back in the day. When
Yeah.
you when
But
you
that's
go
back
through
in
it
the
and it
day.
like
Yeah.
all flimsy and stuff.
Yeah, the new blinds now, if everyone knows, I think they're called Foxwood, Fullwood, something like
Yeah.
that. And they're wooden blinds. They're either white, brown, gray, whatever the color is. And they just open like this, and you can flip them,
Yeah,
whatever.
nice regular blinds.
Still, yeah, regular blinds. But I wanted to get something nice, like maybe something with a remote to
Yeah,
open.
he didn't want to
I
get
wanted
something
to
like
get
that.
something really nice. But anyways, that's besides the point. We were like, let's just get them. He really wanted them. He didn't want nobody else to install them. So I was like, you know
Yeah,
what?
because we've never installed blinds before, and we would have to depend on somebody. If you go and look at the model house, there's no blinds on those windows. You see right through the house. So you expect somebody to come and be at your service the day of. It's going to be kind of a delay, and then especially if you're asking family, you have to be on their time.
Yeah.
And then when you kind of want things done at your time.
Yeah, which is understandable. So
Yeah.
we just got the blinds.
We just got the blinds.
Yeah, so we had finished everything, and luckily she was like, well, I'm gonna give you guys the weekend to think about all of your selections. I'm gonna give you guys PDF file of all the design options
Yeah.
and everything, what we was selected, and then
I was ready to finalize
he
it
was
right
ready
there.
to finalize, and I was
I
like,
was like, that's it. We're not going to add no more.
and
That's it.
and I was like, and she kept insisting, no, I'll give you guys the weekend, and I kept saying, no, like, give us the weekend. Like, we need to, kind of process everything that we just did. This is our first time, and honestly, we are so glad we did that
So grateful.
because we did end up adding more stuff
We added more
last
stuff.
minute.
We literally did. And I'm telling you, I was hard on, I was like, we're under budget. That's it. Like, we don't need to add. What could we possibly add?
And I
that
was
we
telling
don't see
Jermaine,
right
like,
here?
no, like, let's take the weekend. Let's think about everything. Let's go over all of our options again because we just don't know.
Yeah.
And luckily, that's what we did because after our fun-filled weekend,
Mm-hmm.
we went back over to the model. We were talking with like the sales ladies there, the builder we had met, and we kind of was just going over like what we selected and all that stuff. And they started talking about different recommendations or different
Yes.
things that our design lady told us about, but we couldn't see in person.
And then what was great is we had that was the first time of us really interacting with the builder.
Yeah.
So I asked him, like, hey, we're still on this weekend and, blah, blah, blah. What are some things that you see when you guys are building the homes? Like, what are some great things that you would recommend? Like, we told him what we have. And then that's how we found out about the padding under the carpet.
Yeah. He's like, out of anything, if you want, longevity on your carpet, like I said, we only have carpet in the rooms, but still, you want to keep it clean and
Yeah.
good and healthy, I guess. He said, I would upgrade the padding in the carpet. One thing that, like I said, we heard in the design center, but we didn't get to see was this cabinet thing for the fridge,
Yeah.
where the cabinet is actually extended to make the fridge look like it's like
Like it's seamless. Like it's pushed
wall.
into the wall.
And I was like, I don't even know what that is like. And
At
so
all.
we were telling that to the builder and to the sales advisor that was in the office, and they're like, well, we actually have a home that's finished building that has that if you guys want to go
Yeah.
take a look at it.
like a spec home.
Yeah, so we went, took a look at it, we saw it, and we were like, yes, we love
Like
that.
that's perfect.
Something we noticed: we didn't get drawers in our cabinets
Yes.
for the
Oh my
bathrooms.
gosh. Literally, when we went in there and saw it, we were like, oh, we forgot about that.
And another thing that I saw that she mentioned in the appointment, but we kind of brushed over it, was for our master bathroom. We did it. We got the
Yeah.
wall tile to be like floor to ceiling.
Mm-hmm.
But in the other bathrooms, we literally did no upgrades whatsoever. And in that spec home that we went to go see, they had their normal tile that was standard, but they raised it all the way up to the roof, and it
Yes.
made it look so different.
Oh my
I was like,
gosh.
Jermaine, this is what I was telling you about, and this is what I want. And he's like, yes, let's do it.
When I saw it, there like you couldn't deny it.
Yeah.
I was like, no, we have to get that.
So last minute, literally, we reached back out to our design center person, and we were like, these are the last minute things that we want. And thankfully, because we had that weekend to kind of think over and do this, we were
And
able
that
to
we had
add,
extra free money.
and we had, yes, we were able to. So guys, we literally got everything we wanted and more
Literally.
with the budget that we had.
When I told my mom, she was like, what? Because
And-
she went over that with us like at least 10 times. Because we had everything, like we wanted to be prepared. We were like, what are things that we want? Even like, say for instance, like one of the things that he really, really wanted, and I was just like, we don't need to get that. Even my mom was like, you can do without it. Was the trash can, the pull from under the cabinet trash can. And that was one of the things that we were gonna leave up because we were like, we really don't need that. But he didn't want a trash can that was on the side. Not that it looks tacky, but he just wanted everything to look seamless, which is very nice
and clean.
And we were leaving that kind of off, and we went there, and that's something that we kept.
Yeah. So a lot of the options that we selected were pretty much verbatim to the paper that our sales lady gave us of the model home prices. Like nothing was changed. I think the only
Nothing.
thing that was changed was our pre-wire for the fans we got in the lanai in the back.
Yeah.
That was the only thing that we did not like budget for. Like we budgeted lower and it actually ended up being more expensive.
Yeah.
But literally everything else, the waterfall, we over budgeted.
Over budgeted.
I mean, like the sink in the model home is like this glass stone sink that's like
Yeah.
over $1,500.
Literally.
We knew we wanted like a farmhouse style sink, but we didn't want that specific glass sink. So we were like, we over budgeted for that too. Like we
did a lot.
what happened?
I think you said farmhouse stink.
Oh.
And I was trying not to laugh. I want you to
Sorry.
keep on going. I'm so goofy. I'm so sorry.
But yeah, so we were able to literally select everything that we wanted and more.
Okay, I'm gonna get out. Go. Go ahead. I'm not gonna laugh again. Okay, I'm done, bro.
Okay.
Done.
But yeah, we got to select.
I'm really trying hard not to laugh. I thought I was doing really good. I mean, you saw me get ready to laugh.
He's been laughing at me all day today.
Okay, all right.
Yeah,
so we did want to get a farmhouse, like kind of a bowl front. But the one that was in the model house, we knew we definitely didn't want because it was glass.
Yeah.
And we like to cook, and even my mom was like, "That you get a pot drop on that, and you the break, you gotta replace the whole thing.
Yeah.
Or you gotta have somebody cook." We didn't want that. So
we still got what we wanted. We still got nice stuff that we selected, and we were under budget, and it was great.
Yeah.
One thing that I also was talking about now was, so there's some options that you choose before the design center, which you end up choosing with your sales advisor.
Oh, don't get into it.
And it's like a list, and they're called pre-construction options, where you need to like
you didn't have that money up front.
and pay up front
Yeah.
before like you even do anything. And like they give us a list of options, and one of the options was to upgrade like the shower to rainfall. We didn't get to really see anything.
Yeah.
We didn't pay no mind to it.
No.
A lot of the stuff we knew we weren't gonna get. Like it was like an additional hose, or
another door into
in the garage,
like,
and we were like, we don't need no more entries in the house.
No.
But one thing
Oh my
that we
god.
overlooked and that I wish we would have gotten because I've seen it in
Our next
houses.
house, we'll do
But
it.
Jermaine didn't really know what I was talking
No, I
about.
didn't.
Was 8-foot doors inside the house, like all of your entrances to like your bedrooms, your
Yeah.
bathrooms, 8-foot doors. And I said with the height of our house
Yeah.
and our front door being 8 foot, and we have 9.5 foot ceilings, I'm like, the 8-foot doors in the inside of the house would have made the house look even bigger than what it
Yeah.
is.
Yeah.
So that's definitely something like
It was just something we didn't even
we,
inquire about. We didn't
yeah,
even know the price, so we didn't even know if it was going to be in budget. We just kind of overlooked that
and it
for
probably wasn't even
structural
gonna
stuff.
expensive because remember when the builder was talking to us when we talked to him about it, and he was like, "Oh, really? It's just taking out this bar and making it higher." I feel like it wouldn't have been that expensive,
We don't
but
know.
that it, like you said, those are called structural upgrades. And it's literally right before, like, you are signing papers, and that day you're signing papers, your sales advisor is like, "Well, let's go over these structural upgrades. Do you want them? Yes or no? This is how much they'll cost," and then they'll ask you for money.
Plus, the only reason, and plus the reason why we didn't give it a time of day, like we said, we didn't know that we were going to be buying a home. So
Yeah,
we were not prepared to dish out money to buy a home. Like we had our little savings, but remember we were saving. So we had enough for our down payment. We did not have really available funds like that to be dishing out on structural upgrades when buying or building a home was not even in a thought process until the end of the year.
literally.
We just moved into my sister's house, and this is 3 weeks in.
Yeah,
Like,
literally. But yeah, that was kind of like our design center experience.
yeah,
And if we could do it all over again, we definitely would.
I would.
I think it was so much
It was really
fun.
fun.
And like I said, our advice to you guys is, do your homework before your appointment. Get everything you can, look at the brochures, look at your budget, look at the stuff that you want, the stuff that you need, make a list.
Yes.
Tell your design person how you want it, how you want the home. They're going to advise you on certain things too, because we
Mm-hmm.
asked her a lot of questions. We were like, do you think this looks good? Do you think this looks good?
Don't be
She
ashamed.
was our tiebreaker a lot of times too.
Yes, because I wanted something, he wanted something. She was
Yeah.
just like, that's also another thing why, I didn't feel so bad about getting the thing in the roof because she was like, Jermaine, this is a new modern age. Like everybody has Alexa. Everybody has other kinds of speakers, Like not saying that that's not nice, but it's true. We use Alexa a lot, or Siri or whatever those little boxes things where you talk to. We use them a lot and they sound great. So if it's something later on that I need to put in, then it's so be it. It's okay. I'm very happy that we got the home that we wanted and everything kind of what we wanted. So
Yeah.
I don't feel bad. And it's our first house. Like,
Yeah.
how many people get such a great, and I'm gonna say it, I don't care. Say it with my chest. How many
Mm.
people get such a luxury house with all the bells and whistles that you want for your first home? And
Yeah.
a lot of people, I even think it's statistically, people say that you don't, most people move out of their first home within the first 5-6 years.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel very grateful and blessed, Our next home, we know what to look for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was our design options, and we're super excited about seeing our design options come to life
As
now.
we are currently doing right now.
Yeah.
Literally every week it's something new.
Yes.
And it is so exciting. And I mean, do you want to tell them how far we are already?
Yeah, we are estimated about 30 days till closing.
Crazy.
They're projecting for us to close sometime next month before Thanksgiving.
Insane. We thought we were closing end of December.
Yeah.
But we are very grateful. We are very excited. When you see everything starting to come together, you're just like, okay, I'm ready.
Yeah.
Like I cannot wait to be in the house. Like we go all the time and we see the workers out there working hard. Like
We literally go every day.
literally.
And we see progress every single day.
Yes.
Something has changed every single day.
Like today they have all of the cabinets.
Yeah, they delivered all the
were
cabinets.
So that means tomorrow they're all gonna be in the house. Like it's just like,
yes,
oh my
they
gosh.
did all of the tiles. They did all of the shower tiles.
Yes.
Yeah.
We're just waiting for the bricks.
Our
the
selections so
pavers.
far are looking really nice.
Amazing.
So we're super grateful.
Yeah.
And
That's our home buying process.
well, this is our design center.
Yeah,
also.
our design center process. I mean, we could
Part of
get
our home
more. Yeah,
buying
part of our
office.
home buying process. But one thing that I want to like, so we can kind of wrap up the home buying process series was make sure that you guys, as much as you can in this economy, try to pay down your bills as much as you can so that you don't have to go through any hiccups. Utilize any incentive programs that they have that they may not tell you about. Make sure you do your research because there's a lot of free money out there. Another thing that I would say is,
If you're, I feel in our case, if you're going with a new build,
yeah,
a lot of times you sometimes come with a realtor to these new builds, and sometimes you'll use like the loan officer from the realtor. And sometimes these new home builders and these companies are offering so many incentives
so many.
for you just to apply through them and use their loan officer. Um, and honestly, that's what we did. We did not go through a realtor.
No, we did it.
We went through the sales advisor. We got blessed with the sales advisor that we got.
An angel, like we say.
The incentives that we got were wonderful.
Absolutely amazing.
And
Which made us sign. That's why we signed.
Yeah.
It was phenomenal stuff.
Yeah.
So
So just do your research, look into all of that stuff. Save, pay off your stuff, and don't spend anything.
Yeah.
Don't big purchases. No using credit.
Yes.
That's like one of the hardest things because me, like, I use my credit cards and then I pay them off with my debit cards.
Yes, he uses it as like a daily spending.
Yeah.
So he uses his regular credit card. And
I use it how I'm
it's
supposed to use it.
Yeah, use it. Yes, which I'm currently learning. Which now my everything is where it's supposed to be, and that's how I want to move forward. So that as you guys can see in our vlogs, we travel. Lucky thing before this home process, we had gotten to purchase a lot of our travel vacations. So you guys are probably like, "Oh, how are y'all traveling so much and y'all buying
These
a
were all
house?"
pre-booked.
These were all pre-booked. Yes.
The
And
housing
there's actually one surprise one that has just here that is super spontaneous that is gonna be shown in a video. I don't know if it'll be later on in the year or if we will post it sometime this year.
Oh, sometime soon for sure.
Yeah.
We'll give y'all the surprise of it.
Yes.
But this is our home buying series
Yeah,
so
it
far.
was pretty smooth. I know people talk about the underwriter being crazy. They're going back and forth, back and forth. But honestly, I feel like we have gone through this very smoothly. Not saying that God is not on everybody else's side, but I feel like timing is everything.
Yeah.
And we're just so grateful. Everything has gone so fast.
So fast.
Like a blink of an eye. Like I said, we weren't projected to estimately close until almost the end of the year, January. And now they're saying before Thanksgiving. Like, be so for real. Like, we're literally like scrambling, looking like, oh my God, now we need forks. Oh my God, now we need this. Now we need that. Oh my God, we're literally closing in probably 3 weeks.
Yeah.
So
stay tuned for the Amazon haul.
Okay.
Stay tuned for the Amazon haul. And of course, we're gonna bring y'all with us.
Yeah.
Obviously, on our regular vlogs and stuff, we'll bring y'all with us on buying furniture for the house, painting the house, doing stuff in the house. So, but we're super excited.
It'll be fun. It'll be a great journey. It'll be nice for you guys to experience all this with us.
Yeah.
So, and that's what it's all about. Growing here on our channel. Hopefully that you guys can be immersive in our lives. And, we can build like a really great, strong community because like we said, this is something that we're going to take serious, that we are taking seriously. As you guys can see the videos that we're posting and the views, how they're going up a little bit, and tell a friend to tell a friend, we're only going to get better with time. We ain't going nowhere. So let's build this community and let's build this family and let's just show out. Let's travel the world. And sometimes, you can see it through our view.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But all right, you guys, stay tuned for next week, Saturday night. Come hang out with us again.
Yeah.
We'll be talking about something different. We hope you have a good night.
Have a great night. Have a wonderful week.
Come chat with us next week.
Come chat with us next week.
And we'll see ya.
It's going to be great.
Good night.
Good night.